Help us out, planet people, by not leaving your belongings behind and placing trash in the bins near the exits as you exit through designated doors. Thank you. A friendly reminder, planet people, please, no video recording or flash photography, or you may be asked to leave. Thank you. You are welcome to stay for the next panel. However, if you do not have a fast pass, please move from the reserved seating. We will open reserved seating shortly before the start of the next panel. Thank you. During our presentations, a microphone will be located in the aisle to the right of the stage for questions. When prompted by the moderator, please line up single file. Please have your question ready when approaching the mic, and remember, do not ask for hugs, autographs, kisses, or voicemail message recordings. Thank you.
Humans had their time. Now it's our time. Why do they hunt her? She is important. Together, you will die. No. Together, strong.
Welcome to the 25th Planet Comicon, Kansas City. We hope you enjoy all the fun and activities around the convention center. Check the Planet Comicon Kansas City app for the latest updates. Help us out, planet people, by not leaving your belongings behind and placing trash in the bins near the exits as you exit through designated doors. Thank you. A friendly reminder, planet people, please, no video recording or flash photography, or you may be asked to leave. Thank you. During our presentations, a microphone will be located in the aisle to the right of the stage for questions. When prompted by the moderator, please line up single file. Please have your question ready when approaching the mic, and remember, do not ask for hugs, autographs, kisses, or voicemail message recordings. Thank you.
Humans had their time. Now it's our time.
Why do they hunt her?
She is important.
Together, you will die.
No. Together, strong.
Welcome to the 25th Planet Comicon, Kansas City. We hope you enjoy all the fun and activities around the convention center. Check the Planet Comicon Kansas City app for the latest updates. Attention! The next panel is about to begin. If you'd like to get a better view of our next guests, you may now take any available seats in the reserved section. If you are moving, please don't run and be courteous to your fellow attendees. Thank you. Help us out, planet people, by not leaving your belongings behind and placing trash in the bins near the exits as you exit through designated doors. Thank you. A friendly reminder, planet people, please, no video recording or flash photography, or you may be asked to leave. Thank you. You are welcome to stay for the next panel. However, if you do not have a fast pass, please move from the reserved seating. We will open reserved seating shortly before the start of the next panel. Thank you. During our presentations, a microphone will be located in the aisle to the right of the stage for questions. When prompted by the moderator, please line up single file. Please have your question ready when approaching the mic, and remember, do not ask for hugs, autographs, kisses, or voicemail message recordings. Thank you.
All right, Planet Comicon, how we feeling? You guys came out this weekend. Are you guys ready for an incredible panel experience? All right, just letting you guys know, once they get out here, we're going to go directly to questions. If you guys want to start lining up, we do have a microphone located right over there. And I will say this, for time purposes, it's going to be one question per person. No requests or anything like that. You guys can visit them at their booths for anything else you guys might have to ask. Are you guys ready to get this panel underway? All right, let's start off this Scream panel with the one and only Skate Orange! Up next, it's Dermot Mulrooney. All right, let's get loud and crazy for Matthew Lillard. And last but certainly not least, we have Melissa Barrera. The Scream panel, everybody.
Woo! Is this thing on? Are we on? Can you hear me? All right. Hello, Kansas City. Wow, there are a lot of you here. First of all, we'd like to take this opportunity really to let you guys know how grateful we are for each and every one of you for taking time out of your lives, out of your busy, busy lives to come and say hello to us. It means the world, so thank you very much. And you'll hear a lot about that coming up in the next little bit. But let's have some fun.
Yes. So normally what happens is that Heather had prepared a lot of amazing questions. But our whole point of view on these things is that we're actually more interested in hearing your questions than Heather's questions. Heather's an amazing person. Let's hear it for Heather.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you, Matthew.
But our whole point of view on this moment is to answer your questions and let you know a little more about like our lives for real, instead of just talking about how great Hollywood is or how great our careers are. We like to sort of introduce some honesty. I know that sounds weird, but so we like to move away from like stock questions and bring it to the audience. So thank you, Heather.
Oh my gosh, and I'll keep time. I got you.
All right, good. All right, so why don't we start with the dude? Nice shirt, by the way. You're very handsome. What's your question, my man?
Sorry, I'm trying to keep it. Okay.
What do we got? What do we got?
Hi, my name's Ramon. I wanted to start out first by thanking Melissa for being courageous and having a voice for activism.
Amen.
Yeah.
You have handled this entire situation with such poise and such class. I wanted to ask you, why is it so important for you to put the Hollywood stuff aside and be a voice for people who currently don't have a voice?
Are you good answering that question?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like I would do that for any one of you. You know, it's about human rights, and it's about being able to sleep at night and being okay and being able to look at myself in the mirror, and you know. So I appreciate. I've gotten a lot of support here, and I really appreciate it.
And can I say this is Melissa's first con, and we welcome her.
Woo! Skeet is normally in the audience looking
I'm
for a
out here.
question.
I'm out here.
Please,
Woo!
please don't grab Skeet's ass.
I'm gonna, yeah.
He likes
This
it
lady
too
right
much.
here just grabbed my butt.
I told you. It happens. Did you find a question, Skeet, or are you just going to wander?
I got one. Who's got questions? Who's got a good
Well, there's a guy here at the microphone.
Okay, do that while I find one.
You guys
Shut
are
up,
like,
Jamie.
you guys are like, someone in the hall got a question.
It's so obvious.
Hi, y'all.
What's your question?
Who's
My
got
name's
questions?
Xavier.
Show me.
I just want to say thank you for all your craft and everything you've done for the Scream franchise, and it really has like solidified my love and like dedication to horror films. And to Melissa, you are a huge inspiration for the Latinx community, and it was a really big, like, great thing to see when I went to go see the Scream 5 and to see your face. It really was so inspirational. But my question is for the whole cast is, when it comes to when you guys were reading the scripts, what was something that you were like so excited to do, and what was something that you really wanted to see when you were reading it?
I wanted to live. Does anybody ever remember me having sex? I don't. I mean, come on. Jeremy?
I can answer for Melissa. Something that she was looking forward to was stabbing me in the eye. Thank you, honey.
Anytime. Okay, well, I just wanted to wear the ghost face costume. So that was something that I was very excited about when I saw it on the script.
It's so nice to have new answers because
I
we've
know,
been
I
together for
was
so
thinking
long.
that.
I'm like, what is she gonna say?
Yeah. I feel like an audience member.
look,
Oh, wait, I am.
Can I just answer real quick, Skeet?
Yeah, go for it.
Where is Skeet?
Can I say that none of us had ever really been in that kind of situation before? That was a huge break for the original Scream. I mean, nobody had been on a movie that had that kind of weight before. So for us, just getting a script, being invited up to set, and being a part of a of a film at all was a huge opportunity. So like, I think the thing that people don't understand is that Scream was a movie that nobody really cared about. I mean, Wes Craven, God bless his soul, hadn't done a hit movie in a long time. And along comes a movie that starred 2 actresses from television. And back then, that never happened. You didn't have, actors that did everything. You had actors that did TV or actors that did movies. And so we had a Wes Craven movie with 2 actresses from TV. And it kind of felt like nobody had any expectations for it. So the fact that we're here 20 plus years later is a blessing. Like, nobody saw that coming. So you have to sort of look back. And so just to be in a movie in any way, shape, or form, to have a job was the part that was thrilling. You know what I mean? You're a kid. We didn't have work. So to have work was a blessing at all. And that's still the case. That's still the case.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, I got a question. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So with you guys' jobs and like traveling for conventions and shows and movies and such, how do you guys tend to handle your personal lives and like, families and stuff like that outside of like show business?
We sell them. But
What'd
it's
you
just
say?
a necessity.
What'd you say?
We sell them. We sell our kids. That's how we handle personal life.
Isn't it your children's birthday today?
Yeah. There is that.
Somewhere out there on the gray market.
Oh, man, you got to bring those guys up.
They're twins, 2 for the price of 1.
To answer your question, though, I mean, my situation was a little different. I raised my kids on my own, and so I only worked in LA from the time they were born until I did Riverdale when they were 15 or 16. So, thank you. So but I think everybody has a different formula for how to handle it and has different scenarios with how to do that. But it's not the easiest kind of job to maneuver through those kind of things. But Matt has 3 kids, and he somehow does it. But Jamie has like 12 kids, and he doesn't have anything to do with any of them. So, everybody handles things differently.
Wait, do I have any kids?
None of them are here.
I had a lady in the Illinois. She's like, do you remember that time in '98? And there was a 17-year-old next to her, and she's like, meet Jamie Jr. These are jokes, guys. Okay, come on, Jesus God, that got so serious.
I was on the edge of my seat.
No kids yet, but I'll practice. How do you guys spend your time?
Who else has a very intriguing question?
I have to say we're very normal people. I know that sounds weird. We have a weird job. We put on makeup and we hit a mark and we say a line. It's just a weird job. But we're all pretty normal human beings. I mean, I coach soccer, like I shop, I take my kids to school, I pick them up. Like, it's not that crazy. I wish it was sometimes a little more cuckoo, but it's not. It's like, you know, we're very normal human beings. I don't think that's always true in Hollywood, but for us, we're pretty basic. Thank you.
You know, Matt, you know who says we're very normal human beings? Not normal human beings.
Touche. Can we say thank you to the interpreter? Thank you so much for saying that. Okay, I'm going to go look for questions. While I'm looking for questions, what's your question, Obi-Wan?
Hey there. I'm actually Hayden, but okay.
My bad.
All right. Anyways, this is
My
more
bad.
directed at Skeet and Melissa.
All right, I'll just leave. Thanks, Bo.
All right, so I love Riverdale, one of my favorite shows. I love Scream 6. You were great in it. You were great in it. It was great to see you back. All right, so for someone who played a dad of Jughead and Sam, two, I'm gonna guess they're probably big troublemakers. Who do you think probably needs like more of like a, more of like a hard ass dad between Jughead and Sam?
Man, that's a tough one. One is a sort of psychotic figment of one's imagination, and one is a living, breathing soul. I would go with the one who's imagining shit. Needs a little more help. But she seems to handle it better, so it's hard to say.
Listen, she survived, so.
Yeah.
I guess Jughead wouldn't survive.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Thanks.
Oh, we got lights.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Hey,
You have a
wow.
question?
Hi, everybody. Incredible.
Are you ready?
Crap, there's so many people.
Wait, why we?
Oh, all right.
Wait, did the fire marshal
Did you
just
see
come?
Melissa's here?
Who has a question in the back?
Melissa came, you guys.
I got one right here.
Don't know if you noticed.
So this question's a little bit for everybody. What was your favorite part you played?
Jamie, what is your favorite part you played?
Oh, favorite part you played? I would say Randy when he was breathing. All right. He was breathing, and now he's dead. Dermal? Dermy Derm.
Don't get any ideas. Jamie has a pass. He can call me whatever he wants. Everybody else, they try Dermy, and guess what? Next time they say my name, they say Dermot. It cures itself. Jamie, though, has persisted. I wanted to tap on one of the questions earlier because of what Melissa accomplished in Scream 5 and then what these heroes accomplished in Scream 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'd be answering the question opposite of how Matt answered it about getting that part in Scream. So they had built this empire, this boat that floated for decades, and then they called me to be in it. So, like Matt's saying, we were like just getting a job in, but what then happened on their watch was an actor at the end of that getting a call, which was like, you are called to the mountaintop. You were being asked to do one of the most classic, iconic scenes in cinematic history, certainly genre films, where you get to lose your shit and be a homicidal maniac, lunatic at the end of the movie. So that was my favorite part, Wayne Bailey, and in that final scene in Scream 6, which the day I got the part, I ran it up Scream 1, and I watched Ulrich and Lillard on like how-to manual on how to lose your shit at the end of a Scream movie. So it's straight through line DNA on that scene. I was proud to get the role.
That was a good answer.
Woo.
My favorite part is a part called Norval Rogers Shaggy. And here's why. Because I still do the part, and I can see a kid today, and I will throw out that zoinks in a second. And it is the best feeling being able to like super sauce a kid to joy like immediately. So that's the. If you're all good, I'll curse as Shaggy at the end. I will not curse as Shaggy. You filthy animals. All right, I need a question. Who's got a good question though? When you're like raising, who's been thinking about a question? Oh no, you're screaming too much. Here, I'm gonna ask you. Are you ready? Okay. What's your name?
Kendall.
Is your question for me or Skeet? Because that is gonna count here. All right, never mind. Goodbye, guys. No, I'm kidding.
What was it like for Matthew, Skeet, and Melissa to just go nuts at the end of the show? You had to play like, and Dermot. What was it like for you to have to play sane and then just like that switch to just psychotic?
That's a good question.
Could you say the last part for us, Matt? I couldn't quite understand.
Yeah, what's it like to go psychotic at the end of a scene?
Oh.
Like, what was that process like, and how did it feel? Like, what's your memory of that scene?
Well, my memory is that it took days and days and days to shoot that scene. How many days did we shoot the ending of the original?
Like 8 days.
I mean, it was a lot.
That's not true. It was
and
long.
so it was a lot of energy every day. But it was, you try and focus on what the character's going through, what caused all this, what, led to somebody to act that way. And so you're really just trying to seat that into your heart and go from there. But it's a massive energy. It's a massive amount of energy to give out, hour after hour after hour, day after day. But it's fun. It's a blast, to be honest. It's kind of, I went to NYU and had some pretty incredible acting teachers who you can't even imagine, who used to talk about getting to do those things you always wish you could do. That guy who offended you in the hall as you walked here. Now you get to go off on them. You can change these things in your head to things that happened to you recently and how you're now getting to spin out of control on that person, and then it becomes whatever the scene was written as. But it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. I wonder now sometimes, like, if I could handle that kind of energy, in the moment, day after day. It's exhausting.
Well, you do it at these cons every weekend, dude.
True.
Melissa?
It's very cathartic. It's have any of you ever like screamed into a pillow? It feels good. Or have you ever like punched a pillow or a couch or something when you're mad? It's like that. And thank God it's fake and it's not a real knife. I don't recommend using a real knife, but it was, stabbing Dermot at the end of 6 was pretty amazing. And and because I'm so intense and he's so intense, he was like, "Go for it." And I was like, it's like hours of this. And I left some bruises on his chest and shoulders and and all his neck area. But he was just up for it, which was great. But it's very therapeutic.
You should try it.
You should try it.
Thank you for your
Anybody want to come up and show us what that might feel like?
No, nobody's allowed to come up and pretend stab me, though.
You got to do it for real.
When Melissa did it, yeah, exactly. That's the only way I'm going to let this happen.
This is all going sideways.
But I was in the hands of an incredible partner.
Is there someone at the there's someone at the microphone, other microphone. Go ahead, love.
Hi, my name is Zoe, and I just want to say I love all of you. Thank you for making these awesome movies for us. My question is, what's your favorite memory of working on Scream and working with the cast?
I have one. So we were all kids. I didn't go to college, Skeet went to college.
Skeet went to college. He went to a fancy college.
Jamie did
Yeah,
not
good
go
acting
to college.
teacher.
Look at him. He didn't learn anything.
I used to work at Pizza Hut.
True story.
Yeah, it's a true story.
No.
Go ahead.
But so we all went off to do this movie, and it was in Sonoma, California, and we would hang out all the time. And the thing about working with Scream is that I just want to run from this camera every single time. You motherfucker. Get out of here! Get out of here! Will you trip him? No, but every night we would go out and we would hang out. But the thing about working with Scream is that you were working nights. So we would go to work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and get off at 6 in the morning. But what do you want to do when you're young and you get off of work? You want to have a beer or like 12. It's fine.
Wait, did you say just a beer?
I don't know what that means. But
Sorry, go
anyway, so
ahead.
we would go back to David Arquette's room, and we would be covered in blood and walking into this nice resort, and like we would walk through the lobby covered in blood and go back and drink at David Arquette's room. That's my favorite memory because for us, it was this moment of fellowship. It was this moment of friendship carved out of this business that you still don't see to this day. The reason that we are so close is because we had an experience that's unparalleled through any of our careers. We, as a unit, fell in love. Like, we all became dear, dear friends. And that does not happen in this godforsaken business very often.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Thank you for your question.
And you know what was great about that, guys? You know what was great? No camera phones. What happened in Woodsboro stayed in Woodsboro.
All right.
Let's go to the mic real quick.
Go to the
What you
mic.
got?
Hi, my name's JoJo. So I actually wrote my question down. It's for Melissa. Upon the release of Scream 5, there was a lot of unjustified backlash about your character and endless comparisons between her and Sidney Prescott. How did you make space for yourself in the movie and prove you aren't trying to fill anyone's shoes, but rather make your own in the Scream franchise, but also in the industry, and then for everybody else? What has it been like introducing her to the crowd as you guys begin going to cons?
Nice question, JoJo.
Did you catch most of it? Yeah.
Thank you for that question. I mean, from the moment that I got cast for the 5th movie, I knew that it was going to be tough coming into, a franchise with so much history and a franchise specifically that's so beloved and that the fans feel so much ownership of it. And I knew because of the nature of the storyline of the character that people were going to think that I was there to take the place of someone, and I knew that that wasn't the case though. But I knew that that's how it was going to be interpreted, so I was prepared for the backlash. It's never easy when you get the backlash. As much as you prepare yourself for it, it never feels good. But I also, I knew that Sam is so different to Sidney. It's a completely different, path, and it's a completely different type of character. Sidney is the hero. She will always be the hero of Scream, and Sidney is almost synonymous to Scream. And Sam just came in to complement that and to be like an anti-hero, kind of, because she has this whole debate between good and evil going on in her head. And it really helped me to be so welcomed by the OGs, that both Nev and Courtney and David and Skeet were so incredibly welcoming to me and supportive. And then it was beautiful to have the 6th movie to explore actually a little bit more of Sam. And I knew that
I knew that I just had to give the fans more time with her to understand her function in the franchise. And Matt and Tyler understood that, and the writers also understood that. And so I was just happy and grateful to all of you that showed up for 5, so that then we had 6, and that I could, you know, live with Sam a little bit longer and show her arc a little bit more. And I think we did that, and I'm so happy with the reaction of 6, and I'm so happy of all the support and the love that I've gotten from all of you. It's really been unlike anything else, and I'm just so grateful that I'm a part of this.
Jojo, great questions. Hi, what's your question?
Oh, for real? So that's cool. Hey, so my question would be.
We are in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
So my question would be, not to age any of us, but I was a kid when I watched the original. Now I'm old enough to have children that I've shown the original to, who have now seen the new ones as well. So my question would be, like, just for everybody, about what it's like to be part of something so generational and massive that way.
Yeah, good question.
Okay. I would just like to say it's incredible that Scream has spanned over all these generations. I'm a little concerned when I see a mom come up and say, you know, my daughter just loves you in this movie. She's seen all 6, and I look over and the baby's like, like, guys, there's Pixar. What are we doing here? Okay, look.
Busted in the front row in the yellow hat.
Oh, jeez. By the way, there's a baby here right now.
It's super humbling. I want you to know that. Again, we have, our careers go up and down, right? And there's times in my life I haven't worked. There's times in my life I was desperate for a job. And to be a part of something that still is relevant to people means that I'm still somehow relevant to people, which when you are in a shitty place, you need to hold on to something good. And this, being a part of this franchise, having moments like these cons, there's like, oh, there's weight to what we do. And there's been weight to my career. And as you're coming around second base and headed to home at the end of a career, it's nice to have things that you can be proud of. It doesn't happen very often in this industry. And to have a franchise that still means so much to so many people is humbling.
Hey,
how much more time do we have?
Matt, can we let our moderator, she had like 2 questions.
Oh, yeah,
like
Heather
to
has
ask
a
them?
Sorry, yeah. What's our time left? Out of
Oh,
12.
12 minutes.
Oh, great, we're fine.
Yeah.
Go for it. Heather, go.
Oh, you want me to ask? Okay, so I was going to say, if you guys had to survive a real horror movie scenario, which of your fellow cast members would you want by your side?
Nev Campbell.
Melissa Barrera.
Next question. No, just kidding.
Anybody but Jamie Kennedy.
Have you seen his van?
He's got an awesome
He's got a great van.
Girls,
I don't
be
know.
careful.
It might be the way to go.
So good. Heather, what's your next question?
Sure. I wanted to know, like, what was it like balancing both, like, the tension and humor in the Scream franchise?
Oh, that's a good question.
Ooh. I'd sort of approached it as if, there was no humor. And this was all just in prep before we ever got to set and all that. I was just thinking about this serial killer, and I got so twisted inside my head about all this and the evil and all that stuff. And I completely forgot that until I walked on set with Matt and Jamie. And then I was like, oh, that's a color I never saw coming. so they figured out how to balance it, and then I just sort of followed suit. But it is, I think it's one of the more interesting aspects to the film, and probably one of the reasons it has spanned generations. It is a beautiful blend of, building tension, releasing it through humor, building it back, releasing it through humor, and building it back, and then scaring you. And I think Wes's theory behind all that is that if you can get people laughing, they're open. And it's that much easier to then scare them or to make them cry, whatever it is you're trying. But so I think the humor was there to really just open the audience up. But yeah, these guys are the pros at it. I just sort of learned from them.
I will say that a lot of, Kevin and Wes both allowed the comedy to happen. We had to get takes, right? We had to get takes word perfect as written. And then they were always looking for change. They're always looking for variety in the edit. And so Wes would be like, yeah, do whatever you want. I mean, he would give you freedom within form. And so that's why at the end of the movie, you have these like great little, funny lines that came out of improv that they were egoless enough to allow to happen in the moment. A lot of times in the creative process, you're squishing other people's instinct to make your instinct be the vision or the voice. And the reality is that when we let artists do their shit, it usually expands the creative process, not smush it. And they were very good at allowing the creative process to expand. You know what I mean?
I just want to add one thing to that. It's like, this was a huge role for me. I mean, I'd done other stuff, but like I'd done commercials and stuff. And my video store scene was my first big scene. And like half of the shit in that scene was the way it was because Matt drove the scene, because I'm like sitting there making sure I hit my mark, and I got the videotapes, and the first take he just goes poof. And I'm like, this is all out of the shot, like what the fuck. But I knew I couldn't make that up, so I'm like, and I went into my line, and then I'm like, okay, we're gonna dance. And it was like I had this beautiful partner, a leader, because I was new, and we went with it. So it's so many little things like that what they call happy accidents. So, love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
That happened all throughout in the kitchen scene too.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I add only onto that? Because you see, these guys invented this, right? Like Matt said, they didn't know what the Scream was until they are doing it. And so to hear what happened literally on the set where they're learning how to make Scream is so amazing to me to hear this tonight here. By the time we get to Scream 6, we knew what Scream was. We did what it wasn't. You talk about grateful. You guys picked an amazing franchise to follow, because I can concur with Matt. This does not happen. When I started doing conventions, I couldn't believe these guys, Nev included, are as close real friends as they really are. So I've done a lot of movies, and to hold that beginning, that core group together the way these guys have, doesn't happen. We benefited from that vibe on Scream 5, became Scream 6, where they welcomed me like I was being invited into their family home. So this is real gratitude that I'm even grateful to you guys, Matt, as pioneers, so that I knew what my program was by the time I joined what you built. So all around this room, but you guys really, I'm so grateful. Yeah. And Melissa too, who made Five what it was.
So to be fair, it's really what Wes Craven built, right? Mm-hmm. We have nothing to do with it. He allowed it all to happen and put it together. So it's all the Wes, not us. That's the truth. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Do you want to ask your question?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Reagan. I just want to say thank you so much for coming out. I love you guys. I was just going to ask, what is your favorite Scream movie that you guys have not been in?
Which was the one that Jamie died in again? 3. Scream 3.
These guys really have a problem with me today. Can I just, that's a great question, but I'm going to give you it like this. Are you ready? And it changed. This is a credit to you guys. For me, it's 1. You just got to start with 1. I'm sorry, guys. You got to go 1. 1, 2. I'm sorry, guys. I like 2. 1, 2, 5, 6, 4, 3. That's me. That's my. You should do your orders.
The rank I got today was Keanu, me, Skeet.
Can there be a fourth so I'm just not down here at the bottom? No?
Not
Okay.
today,
all right,
no.
Fine, whatever. I'll get over it next year. I don't have it, you know, you know.
You don't even
I'm
see
not-
Scream 3.
I know. That's why I was not going to answer the question. Or 4.
I hope. Guys, put that on YouTube.
Melissa, what you
It's
got?
easy for me. 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
we
know?
love you.
Yeah.
Ah.
The OG, you don't mess with the OG. And it was just so different at the time. You know, it was so mind-blowing that it starts with a kill in that way, and and you think that Drew Barrymore is the lead, and then you kill her, and then you're like, what adventure is this? I don't, you know? And so it was just so genius, and everyone is like, every single performance I think is just solid, and I think that's why a lot of you guys are here, because it's the gateway into horror. It's like a perfect film to get you to fall in love with the genre. And yeah, it's easy. 1.
Yay.
All right. The last question. Who has the last question? It cannot suck.
Look at all the.
Is this all the line to tell the question? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I can't. This is a horror. I've made myself. Okay, come here, love. Come here. Come on. All right. What's your name?
Julissa.
All right. What's your question for Matthew Lillard?
My question is for all of you. What is your least favorite part and favorite part about filming the movie?
Great question. Thank you, Julissa.
Could you repeat it, Matt?
What was your favorite part about filming the movie? Or can I just, it doesn't have to be about Scream. Like, what's your favorite thing? No, I guess I don't want to change the young lady's question. I don't know why I'm trying to change Julisa's question. All right. What's your favorite part about shooting the movie?
About shooting the movie?
About shooting Scream, yeah.
You know, I mean, for me, in terms of the film itself, like from the reveal at the door of who the killers are, through the end, all that kitchen stuff, all that was certainly, you know, plot-wise, the most fun to shoot and to reveal. I mean, it's the part that we had been waiting for the entire filming process, was to get to be the killers. But I think, you know, I think the favorite thing as I've gotten older that I realize about filming in general is the camaraderie, you know, the collaboration of storytellers. It just can't be beat. It's so unique. It's so different than any other walk of life I've been around. You know, there's individuals who are each trying to do their job to their best ability, who come together and are open enough to change things in the moment, and are skilled enough to change things in the moment. And a lot of times you have no idea what's going to come out of that day. And it's invigorating. It's like you had a certain notion of the day, and it changed just enough for you to be so excited by the day. And that was every day on this set. You know, you had no idea what was going to happen. And you had Wes with ideas, and Matt had ideas, and everybody had ideas. And just that union of people is what I remember the most, that creativity just firing all day long. So, yeah, I don't know if that answered your question at all.
I like being covered in blood, personally.
Being covered in blood. She likes being covered in blood.
That's hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I just I don't know. There's something about having you guys on these panels now that's really lovely.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to acknowledge I think you're an incredibly brave woman, and getting to know you over the last literally 48 hours has been really lovely. You're lovely, and I think the thing I love about it is that you carry a love for the fans, which I think is incredible. You guys don't hear this enough. To what Skeet was saying earlier, you know, you're in these moments, the lines are long and there's a million people and you just don't hear it enough, but we are very grateful for you being here. We're very thankful. And you don't, you know, and people are going through things, but literally you help us feed our kids and you get us through the shitty times in our lives. And we are incredibly grateful for these weekends. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. He's right. There really aren't words to express it. It is something it's not just here. We talk about it alone. You know, I mean, there is so much gratitude for you guys. And it's such a lovely, you know, exchange of energy between us and you probably sense it from us, you know, as you approach. We're just so happy to see you guys and to hear what's going on and to get to know you. And obviously we have a lot of people we have to get through and stuff. So sometimes the time is limited, but it's real. It's really real. And so thank you, really. And there is no way to say it enough, but thank you. And we will do our best to show you that gratitude constantly.
Yeah. I just want to say, I agree. I love these guys. I love these guys. Seriously, if you would have told me that 28 years later, I'd be getting together with my guys again and doing these amazing conventions with all this love, and then at night playing cornhole.
Hey, yeah.
It's you guys. We just wanted to make something that worked. We had no idea, and it's because of you. And I thank you, and I love you.
Can I do one last thing? It's my twins' birthday today. And I always try and be home for that, but if you guys wouldn't mind singing happy birthday with me real quick. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Their names are Jacob and Naya, by the way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jacob and Naya. Happy birthday to you. Thank you.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Love you so much.
We're going to try to take a selfie. We're going to try to take a selfie, right?
Thank you, guys. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
You guys want to do a selfie? All right.
If you guys all want to stand up and just stay where you are so we can take a big group picture of everybody.